2 months later, then they got married. I didn't even realize this. I mean, she really says like Melissa, they were besties. And then the moment they got married, that was it. Like Melissa cut her off years ago. Like they really didn't speak. This is again, Teresa's side.
No, that is what she says. Yeah. Kim.
But I guess, I don't know, the more that comes out, it's just, and then of course we hear financial ruin that Joe Gorga basically, I think, mortgaged to the point of almost losing the parents' house to continue his construction company, which it's sort of beginning to sound like maybe that wasn't that successful. And I know, construction's a hard biz. Like it can be, it's like feast or famine. So I don't know. I just, I didn't know all this, I guess, is what I'm saying.
I mean, and I guess listen, Kim has been saying on air, I mean, people get so confused when Kim talks because they're like, wait, you hated Teresa, now you're team Teresa. Kim is team nobody. Neither am I. Kim doesn't exactly like either of them. It's just each situation is separate, so, but, Kim has been saying for years, and she's been right, that even when they were made up on the TV, she's like, they hate each other. I mean, they do. They never hung out. So it's not really like this is a strange situation to Kim or me. It's like that middle part after they were on their knees and rumbling and Juicy Joe and Joe Gorgon, his hair black dye got all over everyone. And, they were on the knees saying, please, I beg you for peace. That was the bottom line. And then they made up because, Kim's like Teresa had no one to film with. So Teresa needed to use Melissa and Joe to film with. And now, she doesn't need anybody because she has Louis. She's feeling herself. And he's telling her, you don't need anyone. And I'm not saying and none of this is true. I'm just saying, so Kim is just like, but I've been saying on your Patreon and all this for 3 years, they hate each other. So Kim is more like, now we're finally going to watch a show that's like season 1 of all these reality shows that's real because these people are done and they truly hate each other. And it's not even this season because all this doesn't even start till the end of the season. But Kim is just like, I've been saying this for years. They don't like each other. They have nothing to do with each other. Why hasn't anyone listened?
Because I get what Kim's saying, but it always has to come from the source. It's always going to come like it means something different when it's coming from Teresa. And, okay, have Melissa and Joe said much yet? They sort of keep alluding to the fact you're going to see it coming out. And I do guess Melissa and Joe have kind of referred to that. Obviously, they didn't go to the wedding. There was something major that happened, which we all know is like the cheating allegations against Melissa. So, yeah, I'm shocked. I didn't realize it was as severed because I don't know. I think it's amazing that they faked it, really, quite honestly, for so long.
It's really severed. And look, maybe Mauricio and, Farrah and Alexia, maybe people in the Beverly Hills camp are saying the same thing about Kathy and Kyle. And it's just because I know this situation so much closer. But, I don't feel that. I feel Kathy and Kyle will reconcile. It might take a long time. They haven't spoken since BravoCon or since, whatever. The reunion and all that, but I really think this is over. And it really is coming from the source. I think Melissa and Joe take a higher road, not higher road, but I think they're saying less on it, but they're not speaking to her. And I don't know. Look, Kim and I think this is it for Melissa and Joe. This could be their last season. I kind of don't.
I'm not get one more, but I do think it's coming to an end. Yeah.
I think it's coming to an end. I don't look. Kathy and Rosie and everyone that has gone against Teresa has nothing to. How do you film? It's her show. This is what Bravo has done. It's no one else's show in any other franchise, and it's I just don't see how you can do it. Are we gonna have Melissa filming with Margaret and friend of Jackie and? Rachel Fuda who's coming and, Dolores is, I don't understand if we're never going to have an all cast thing. How is the cast trip going to work? Bravo doesn't do well with ultimatums. What is Melissa and Joe's story?
They were asked that.
They are asked that. And I'm not shading them. I'm not. I am open to it. Let them stay. Show me the story. Are you going to talk about the lawsuits? I mean, they were just sued for $30,000 for not paying contractors. Kim on this goes off. She has so many receipts from 20 years and this one and that one. And Kim's in a retirement home with her mother. And this one comes up and says, you know, that Gorga. I mean, Kim has real life receipts. Like, this is how our Patreon is. It's real. I mean, Kim knows these people. People come up to her in like a nursing home and this and that. And so, but I mean, this is now public about this latest lawsuit. I'm not talking about all the ones that are off the record, but like, are they going to now talk about this? Like, let's say they get another season. Are we going to talk about, I mean, they have the new house. I guess that's a storyline, but like, where do we go from here with Melissa and Joe? I think they're a huge part of the show. I just think, look, again, I go back to Vicky Gunvalson is fired. Like, I think New Jersey needs a shakeup. It's coming. And I think by the end of this season that we're about to see, that the editing and the way that they're going to do it, they're going to make Danielle Cabral and Rachel Fuda, the two newbies that are 31. That's diapers. She might as well put her diapers on. And 34, I think they're going to edit it so they're a huge part of the drama and story. And it's just going to feel like a different show. And that's, I mean, especially Cabral, I've heard that she brings it. And I just think, you know, I don't think it's so shocking that Joe and Melissa may not have a job at some point. I'm not Team Teresa. I don't wish any harm. That's my looking at it like a producer. Where do we go from here? I think a lot of other people's time might be coming to an end too, personally, but I don't need to get into that here today.
Ooh, juicy scoop here. We're getting a lot of details.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I think it all depends because we know they don't make casting decisions till the season ends, and nobody knows until like 4 weeks before they film.
Nobody knows.
I think they're not even thinking about it, meaning Bravo. I think they're going to wait and see how this plays out. Is there a lot of unanswered questions at the end of this season? I tend to think the way this season is being set up, it's going to be very explosive. So I think they'll get one additional season, but and
I'm gonna watch because, you know, I opened my big fucking trap all season about Beverly Hills. This one's going and that was, shut the fuck, David, shut the fuck up. Can't we just live in the moment? To your point, can't we just shut up, David. Get the fuck over yourself. I mean, I had Crystal going I had Dorit going week 1. Now here we are. So I agree with you. You know, I'm going to check myself at the door, Sarah. Like they don't just, I think they have some idea, but I do think, yeah, they got to see it play out in a reunion and just, I'm going to live in the moment on this time with Jersey.
Me too. I think it's going to be a really good season. I'm really excited about it because I do think we're finally going to get like the real truth. Wanted to ask you, what did you think of Jackie Goldschneider going after Bethenny and Skinny Girl? And then Bethenny's good and has receipts. And Bethenny's rep basically saying, interesting, Jackie